Bet today.
Hey, folks, this is Bud Foster. You're listening to SGPN. Let's let it ride. Go Hokies, man.
Cox. He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog. Oh, they certainly like their parades in Texas, Sean. Pageantry, is that what we call it?
Yes. Came back from Texas A&M. Had a great time. Shout out to Cameron hooking us up with some hospitality. Hashtag gig 'em. Joining us as always to talk college football, Colby Dant, aka the Dantabase. What's up, Colby?
What's up? I mean, look, a little disappointed that it wasn't us pulling out that possum.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Thank you to everyone who sent the possum video. That was pretty sweet. I don't know if you saw the video, but someone just grabbed the possum by the tail. I don't know if he got like behind the seats or something, but someone at the A&M game grabbed the possum by the tail, pulled it out, and
This is a new possum video?
Yeah, have you not seen it?
Oh, okay. I've been head down in the dirt, laser focused on the NFL. Multiple possum videos this college football season.
What was the other one?
Was that not a possum?
No, that was college baseball. And I believe that was a raccoon.
Okay.
Yeah,
makes sense.
So what was? We went and had a nice trip down to College Station, Texas. Of course, I got made fun of for ordering a salad when we went out to eat Friday night. Guy goes, "Oh, you look like the salad eater." And
well, it's where you like. If we had gone to a really nice restaurant and you ordered a salad, I think it'd be okay. But we're at like a Buffalo, like the equivalent of like a Buffalo, like a local Buffalo Wild Wings.
I ordered a giant fried chicken sandwich and a side of 10 wings, and then because I didn't want to totally destroy my stomach, I also ordered a side salad.
It was like a dive bar.
Dude,
it's like the person's like, so you believe this? Someone ordered the salad, right? And, they had to go out to the
it was literally
backyard and cut some grass.
It was served in like one of those bowls you would toss wings in. Like that's, I guess.
And there was like like I would say a half-inch thick layer of cheese on top of the salad.
Well, they had it. I'm telling you, they just went out there. They weed whacked, did a quick weed whacking job.
I mean, for someone who's talked a lot of shit over the years of inappropriate food eating a coleslaw sandwich in Washington, way less offensive.
Oh, dude, you gotta be kidding me!
Than ordering a salad in Texas.
So much meat, and I topped it off with a little salad just to have some roughage in my body.
Did you order a
salad?
Nothing
compares.
No, I did not. But you make a strong point. Probably a lot of coleslaw salads in the state of Washington.
Did I order a salad that night?
Right.
No, you did not.
I did get the stink eye for taking the bacon off the burger with the fried egg and the.
No one has ever eaten a coleslaw sandwich before. People have eaten salads before.
I appreciate you calling me a thought leader, but I'm just saying that eating a salad in Texas is more offensive. I mean, we can ask the Twitterverse if you want. I don't think the poll will treat you well.
Oh no, I'll be fine in the polls.
They do everything bigger in Texas except salads.
Yeah, no,
right?
salads are way smaller. We also went to the Hot Biscuit Cafe, this diner, which
classy place.
Apparently, when we talked to some of the locals the next day, they're like, "Wait, you went there alone?" Colby and his map skills pulling out an all-time.
I'm not afraid to walk into any. What was it called again?
Hot Biscuit Cafe.
I'm not afraid to walk into any Hot Biscuit Cafe. I'm assuming that's a chain.
There was like a salad, let's say 1/8 inch of film on the menus itself.
True, but that's how you know it's good.
No, it was not good.
It's a Texas thing. Right. You know what I mean?
I would say as someone who passed out on the ride back from the game and woke up to this
snoring loudly.
I thought we had to just be stopping for someone to piss. I didn't realize we were sitting down to have a meal. Come on, that was pretty amusing.
You get the nice biscuits, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, I wasn't gonna go back. I wouldn't go back.
Oh, I would. If you're in Houston, stop by that.
Wait, they're not paying us for all this free promotion.
Let me give Linda a call. All right.
But really, I wanted to talk. We should talk about the game itself, the tailgate. We had it. It was a good time. We were hanging out. It was college football all around us, right?
Yeah.
The team sucks this year, and they're still into it.
Yep.
Which, by the way, being on the field, way too many distractions. I see why it's trouble having that many kind of money people walking around. Colby was so angry.
What do you mean?
He was so angry to be at a college football event. I've never seen it before. Not until we got him food and a couple shots. This man was pissed off.
What do you mean?
Speak for you. You were angry to be there, Colby. It was the craziest. I thought
Sean,
we were going to.
Did you think I was angry?
I don't know. You weren't
You
happy.
tried saying this on Saturday that I was angry. I was like, am I? I don't know what I'm talking. Maybe I'm just naturally angry.
Then we got
I didn't notice myself being angry.
I couldn't believe it. I thought this would be like a mecca for Colby. Nope. Pissed off until we did have some shots. Shout outs.
No. If anything, I was like a good sport. Dave came by. I met Dave a couple times. Shout out to Dave.
Shout out to the new listeners from Texas A&M. What's up? Gig 'em.
All right. Anyway, yeah, Colby was really pissed off to be there. So I just wanted to talk. I thought we could talk it out.
No. I was hoping the tailgate would have had a TV on that Penn State Ohio State game. So I was a little angry that I wasn't able to watch that. But besides that,
well, Colby brought a TV, right?
A Magnabox.
Colby, walk over to that tailgate, get some food. You're grumpy. Nah, I can't walk over there.
Yeah, it was like far away. You know what I mean?
There's people everywhere trying to give away food.
No,
Colby wouldn't ask.
It was great. You just walk around with. I walked around with College Station with my Texas A&M maroon shirt, and everyone's like, "Hey, what do you need? Food, beer?" They were hooking me up.
Yeah, bag of cash. That's the way they do it down there. Shout out to the yell leaders.
Oh yeah, we're yelling for WynnBet. Let's go. Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. Excitement of Wynn Las Vegas into the palm of your hands. And the WynnBet Win Hour. Again, every Thursday, 5 to 6 p.m. East. Reduced juice on some of the marquee games. I saw they just had, an NBA game, reduced juice. Great promos, odds, and of course you can build your own same game parlays. Just go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet 100, win 100. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older. Present in the state where play through WynnBet is available. If you're somebody who has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. And we're also giving you a chance to win either an autographed Lawrence Taylor or Brian Dawkins jersey. All you got to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel, comment on a posted video, and then turn your notifications on so you don't miss it when we announce we are pulling the winner.
Some technical difficulties. I may have dressed up the wrong scene. It's all good now. Shout out to those who powered through the trouble with us. All right. Let's make some picks. Do we even want to talk about last week?
Of picks.
Oh no! I'm offended that we opened up with Bud Foster saying this.
Yeah, Ryan. What was that? A shout out to Virginia Tech covering and not winning?
Yeah, my dog. Look, I hit my teaser. I hit my lock. My dog was up 18 with 13 minutes left, and they lose. You cowards! You filthy cowards!
Who are you talking to me?
Yes. You're a part of Virginia Tech. Step up that NIL money.
Have I not? Right? We've talked about this. He gets until like game 4 of next year where I see some of his recruits. The question about Brent Pry was he's hiring a bunch of recruiters. Are they going to be able to coach? Doesn't seem like they're able to coach. Now, I do like the way he's taken accountability, but hasn't changed a goddamn thing. It sounds like Dan Campbell up there. Great, win a fucking game.
I should have went perfect. Actually, Virginia Tech blows that.
Should have, could have, would.
Hit my lock, hit my teaser, my bonus lock. Asshole coach Sonny Dykes goes for a 4th and 1.
You see this? This is
what throws a 30-yard touchdown pass with a minute left.
You gotta love that on the other side. I mean, I also had West Virginia, but you gotta respect this going for the. It's something Buddy Ryan would do, Colby.
This is what
Buddy Ryan fan.
I'm a big Buddy Ryan.
This is what I was dealing with at the tailgate.
Yeah,
Colby was just
fired up.
A lot of bad beats happen. All right, let's talk about.
Turn the page, right?
Let's crack it open because we are a windshield operation. Colby, don't get stuck in that rear view. We're gonna crack open the 6-pack. We're gonna crack open the 6-pack. Of course, Colby's 6-packs. Colby's 6 favorite best games of the week. I forget which one it is. Let's start out on when.
They're like it's like a 6-pack of Truly.
So there's some IPAs,
Hard
maybe a
seltzers.
seltzer in here.
No, that's it. That's it. You know what I mean?
Give me some third, and of course, shout out to Maction for getting back started up again. Maybe we'll have to do a surprise Maction episode next week, Sean. On Thursday night, oh, love it. Heading to the throw up of Conway, South Carolina, the Coastal Carolina field, still legal somehow. They're taking on a App State team that is, fun start to the season, shitty middle. -3 here on the road, -155. Coastal +130 at home. 64 is the total. Colby will tell you it gets lit here at night on the weekdays.
Oh, I mean, come on. You got that teal turf. Got the mullets, Big Bird, aka Grayson McCall.
Is this the worst of the non-green colored turfs?
No.
Ranked real quick. What's the worst then?
I think you
red
probably go Eastern Washington or Central Arkansas. Do a quick.
Oh, the gray one. I love that.
No. The gray is Eastern Michigan.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Central Arkansas does like a purple and gray every other 5 yards.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Hey, nothing can be worse than this.
No, I don't mind this one.
All right. So you're taking Coastal at home, lit environment.
As long as it's outdoors, it's okay in my book.
Are they? Oh no. Are they moving to a dome?
No.
App State's won the series 4-1, but last time they did lose in Conway, South Carolina. You got Chase Bryce on App State squaring off against Grayson McCall. I've liked taking Chase Bryce, but I don't know if he's 3-point road favorite short week material. Chase Bryce.
App State's been a weird team. A couple times they didn't really show up. Even that Troy game, they showed up late where they got the Hail Mary. But when they're on their game, I think they're better than Coastal. But this is a huge game because, like I said, this has decided the Sun Belt East all 4 years. In 3 out of the 4 years, the entire Sun Belt, because they had gone on to win and beat Louisiana in the Sun Belt Championship. So I'm on App though, because look, I look at Coastal's defense. They're 98th in America. App can run the ball. They got 3 different running backs that can really, I think have
App
pro
State's
football
defense
careers.
is good though too.
Yeah,
17th in the country.
Yeah, and I think that at the end of the
Coastal
day,
defense, you're right, is the weak link.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, you got to go with the team that runs better, plays better defense. I know it's on the road. Give me App though.
Colby does know his 6-pack, Kramer. You can give him that. Coming off a hot week on the 6-pack. I'm with you. I'll take App -3.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, what's that? I have the best record in the 6-pack this year. Give me Coastal at home, you fools.
That's why he wanted it. You know what I mean? That's why he wanted me to go chalk with the 6-pack.
Yeah. I knew what you were doing here. Colby's he's paying homage to the classic years of Colby back when he only picked favorites. The 2017
Chalky.
Colby. That's one of my favorite years. All right, moving over to Friday night, 7:30 late kick here on the West Coast. Up in Seattle, where the Washington Huskies are hosting the Oregon State Beavers. Beavers are catching 3.5 +145 here, -175 the other way. 55 is the total. Sean, I did see the Chiefs are activating Trent McDuffie from Washington this week for the NFL. Sailgating will be happening, Colby.
Will it? I don't know if it will be, because the whole Washington area is going to get completely drenched, heavy rain, wind, stormy conditions.
Because the Beavers are going to knock down the dam.
Shout out to Dryden, who sent me this message that the National Weather Service is forecasting an atmospheric river to pass through Seattle.
I don't know what that means.
we get a football game once a year with an atmospheric river. It's great. It just means it's going to be impossible.
I mean,
to play
Michael
football.
Penix and the Huskies offense obviously is really good, but I think the fact that you have the weather and Oregon State, pretty decent team. I like Oregon State catching the points.
Well, I would even go further. The atmospheric river flow chart would say this: which team moves it better on the ground? Which team?
Oh, that's Oregon State without a doubt. Oregon State.
Do you require passing in your offense?
If anything, Oregon State, if what's hurt them all year, they'd probably be undefeated if they didn't throw passes this year. You go back to that USC game, it was like 5 interceptions by the quarterback. They were kind of dominating the yardage.
Dare we say blessing in disguise?
I'm there. Let's build that dam.
I mean, that's the case.
I mean, the Beavers build the dam. Let's go. Oregon State +3.5.
Simple systems, Sean. Saturday, 8:30 a.m. kick. Love it when the military gets together and starts a little bit earlier, Tom Coughlin style. Heading to Arlington, Texas. That's kind of gross. Army +7, +220 on the money line, taking on Air Force -275.
It's not at Jerry's World though. It's Globe Life.
Either way,
Where's
40
Globe
is
Life?
the total.
It's still a filthy dome. It's I think what the Rangers used to play at.
What? A baseball stadium?
Yeah.
What
It's
have
terrible.
they done?
It's terrible.
What have they? First, the NFL trade deadline looks like the NBA trade deadline, and now they're playing. They're randomly playing armed forces
Well, I
football
don't
in a
mind
dome.
playing it at a baseball stadium, but at a dome. Terrible.
All right, so Sean's an Air Force guy. That's simple. We know where he's going.
Well,
I'm
he's
an Army
foolish.
guy.
He's foolish to
I'm
lay
an
a
Army
touchdown. He's
guy,
gonna
so-
lay a touchdown.
No, I like Air Force. I'm an Air Force guy. Aim high, but I think in this game you got to take Army catching 7. I mean, anytime a service academy is going up against another service academy and they're getting a full touchdown, you have to take the dog.
Plus, you got to reminder that you should take the under. I think. What do we have? Like 2 losses in the service academy unders in the past 15 years.
It's historic how good the total is.
I think
and it's set
one
up
was
40.
last year though. Yeah, that rarely are they this high. And I'm more of a Space Force guy, Sean.
When does Space Force get a touch?
Aren't these the
I
uniforms?
don't leave the atmosphere. I'm scared of the space. All right, moving along.
You didn't even get my pick.
Yeah, wait a second. You were slandering Air Force, so I assumed you were taking Army. Has Benedict Dant showed up to the show for
You're
the
just
first
trying
time?
to power through this episode, aren't you? Huh?
Sean
Just
said it
trying
was,
to power through. You don't want to talk about our nation's leaders.
All right.
All right.
Commander in Chief trophy up for grabs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. This is
Although
a great game.
Colby did write Commander and Chief.
Did I write that?
Trophy is at stake here with an
Well,
ampersand.
I don't know.
Well,
I had like 39 windows open. I'm just sitting there.
Dude, you can't say Redskins anymore.
Yeah. There you go.
So what's your take, Colby? I mean, to me, Army seems like maybe it's so obvious, but again, you can't take a service academy favorite laying 7 on the road, or I guess it's a neutral field, but still.
Yeah, you got to take the points here. The under, good play here. This was a game at halftime last year. I think it was like 0-0 at half. It was perfect. Seeing a good first half. Then no tie.
The
Figured it out in the second half. Made the adjustments.
The name of this stadium before it was Globe Life Park was Choctaw Stadium.
That's got to be offensive.
No, that's the name of the Indian group.
Yeah.
It's got to be offensive. You can't do that.
Colby's
you can't do that in
changing,
Texas.
Sean.
You can't do
Colby's
that in Texas.
changing. 9 a.m. kick here on Saturday. Texas Tech heads to TCU in Fort Worth. -9.5 for TCU. The Horned Frogs laying or -345. Texas Tech +270. 69.5 is the total. Texas. If I could predict what Colby's about to say, Texas Tech keeps a good program. Take the points here. I feel like I want to be a Horned Frog man this weekend.
Texas Tech 0-5 straight up in their last 5 games on the road. 1-4 last 5 against Texas Christian, aka TCU, but 363 yards per game passing. They run 89 offensive plays per game, first in the nation. Isn't that a formula for covering 9.5 points against TCU?
I think so. I mean, this game, Texas Tech just got their ass whooped by Baylor. I know McGuire said like it's on him, and I feel like there's a lot of contrast. That you got Sonny Dykes, former air raid guy. Texas Tech's OC Zach Kitley is an air raid guy, so
you don't think Texas Tech will be looking ahead to Kansas?
Texas Tech or TCU?
Texas Tech.
Why would they be looking ahead to anything?
No, your juggernauts, Kansas. No, you don't like my Kansas. I'm making fun of Kansas.
Oh no! Ever since Jalen Daniels is injured, they're
okay.
I'm off that pony.
Shout out to WV Punch Drunk 1. Tough to beat this Tuesday night, boys. Family's out of the house, watching some action on the big screen, eating a McRib. Life is good, and enjoy that McRib because supposedly this is the last time the McRib is coming back. Where it's going after this, I don't know. But
we're out of squirrel meat.
McDonald's,
Jay-Z said the same thing, and albums came out after.
The Rolling
It's just
Stones have been
standard.
retired.
Yeah.
Rolling Stones are
All
like
right.
the McRib. It's
They
never
don't.
gonna
Yeah,
retire.
they don't have too many.
Pretty
hits
sure
of
they
it.
said that after Rocky 2.
McRib is legit.
We'll play Texas Tech, but the real reason is because TCU has Texas on deck.
Yeah, and look, Sonny Dykes' dad coached at Texas Tech. He would call off the Dogs if.
Oh, I like this.
And Sonny Dykes was a baseball player at Texas Tech. He himself went to Texas Tech.
Those are always good spots. The coach revenge spot. Baylor heads to Oklahoma, where Oklahoma's laying 3.5 -165 on the money line. Baylor plus 140, 57.5 is the total. I mean, this one, the line is speaking to me, but this Oklahoma team, I feel like we're in a weird place together. And I know I'm supposed to take them here, but it's really difficult for me to look that direction.
Can we talk about? I don't know. I know you guys. I know we were at the game.
We were at a game.
So we didn't get a chance. I just don't. I talked about this on the Database Top 25 show, and I don't understand this ruling.
Oh.
Okay, so Oklahoma. This happened earlier in the year when Kansas was playing Iowa State. Now Oklahoma was at Iowa State and had a critical play where they did a fake field goal touchdown. Now the holder catches the ball with both of his knees on the ground. In college football, when your knee hits the ground, you are down.
Yeah.
Right. He then pitches it backwards to the kicker, and he runs. I don't understand how that's.
Is every kick not a kick then?
Well, I think if you kick the ball and it gets like blocked or something, then I can understand that.
I think there's probably a rule that says
Very specifically
it doesn't start the play, like whether or not you're down doesn't start until the ball is moved.
So why don't offenses put their quarterback back there?
Because you're designating it as a kick play. I think if we were to
But that was a running play.
No, Colby. You're what I'm saying is that if you designate the play to start, I'm sure if we look the rules up, it would be very clear.
Ryan's point, if that was the rule, every field goal you kicked, they wouldn't be able to kick.
I'm simply.
Well, why wouldn't you kick on third down then and have your player do that and fake kick it or kick then in many scenarios?
But because then your kicker would be on the field, you'd be running a kick formation. I mean, we've seen this fake before.
But if your holder is a good running quarterback, then he could. I mean, I just feel like it's a weird thing that you could put both knees on the ground and have that be called.
No, but every time they run a field goal, the holder's knee is on the ground.
I understand that,
right?
But they kick the ball into the air,
right? But
this is essentially just a flat out running play.
But even when they run fake field goals in college football, the guy's knee is still on the ground.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's my problem though, is that why couldn't you then, how many times do you see a quarterback take a snap and trip on the offensive lineman's foot and his knee touches the ground and he's down, right? So you could use that play as an advantage then.
All right. So the rule books, this is what it says in the rule book. The ball remains alive when an offensive player has simulated a kick or at the snap is in position to kick the ball held for a place kick by a teammate. The ball may be kicked, passed, or advanced by rule.
But they didn't kick it.
The ball may be kicked, passed, or advanced.
Interesting. So what happens if they? That's just interesting to me. I wonder if that's the next step. We get a little evolution where you get.
This rule's been this forever. We've seen fakes like that before.
I get it, but I'm
just
saying why wouldn't you just put? I didn't bet that game. I'm just confused on it. And I was confused in the Kansas game. I don't understand why you wouldn't put like Adrian Martinez back there on certain plays and just run.
So you're
run
saying
right
like
out of that.
just run someone who's not a kicker out there to simulate.
I'm saying they're putting in their special teams. You have an advantage if you how much do you see the kick return for a touchdown because you have your special teams on the field.
Yeah, no, it's a high risk play though because if you don't get it, you lose the ball.
No, not if you go for it on third down.
Yeah, this part I don't understand. Like, how is that any different than running a quarterback option?
Well, because if the other team puts their special teams out there,
I mean,
but I don't think on third down, I don't think people would bring out their special teams.
Well, I mean, it's situationally. A lot of times you'll see coaches go for it right before the half or something on a third down.
I just don't see how that's an advantage.
I think you're overthinking.
I mean, it's like any sort of fake field goal. Yeah, if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, you're fucked.
Yeah.
I just think you put your best athlete back there at holding the ball, and you would have the advantage going up against the special teams.
No,
but
well,
coaches wouldn't
honestly,
be
normally they don't put the starting quarterback back there because you're taking away practice time holding kicks, and they have a limited amount of practice time.
They need to hire me because I see
don't
the
do that,
evolution.
yeah.
The evolution of this thing coming. Let's go. I'll
Colby,
fucking kick the ball on first down.
Colby
all right?
just got in the
No
time
one's
machine.
gonna see it. All right. Now that we're back on the highway, let's go.
All right.
He just took a detour to the Hot Biscuit Cafe.
We
Got
were
lost.
talking-
Still doesn't make any sense to me.
That's why they wrote it like that in the rule book, so it would be very clear. Baylor, Oklahoma is the game we're talking about. I've already declared that the number, the money, the situation tells me this is an Oklahoma -3.5 spot for me.
Oh,
You guys haven't shared your picture.
Oh no, I'm all over Baylor. That Jeff Lebby offense does not work against Dave Aranda. We've got a pretty good sample size. This defense shuts down Jeff Lebby's offense time and time again.
So I
Last
should
year in
take
the bowl
Baylor?
game,
Baylor loses and but covers against Oklahoma historically.
taking
So I'll
Oklahoma.
go Baylor.
no, Baylor wins on the money line.
Okay.
a
Well, they're
bad
1-7 straight up last 8 games.
Look,
against
that
Oklahoma.
little gimmick offense isn't going to work against Dave Aranda.
What triggered the fake field goal thing? The Baylor game?
No, Oklahoma.
Oh,
that was like
they
a
ran a
deciding
play,
in
okay.
that game was a fake field goal.
All right, we good? It's in the rule book if anyone's interested.
Yeah, no,
so check it out.
I don't care about that.
Well, they need to go to the NFL rule where you actually touch that rule is so stupid. Your knee hits the ground, you're down automatically.
Yeah.
That I
Yeah.
agree with. 12:30 kick on the West Coast. We're heading to Athens, Georgia, where the Georgia Bulldogs are laying 8.5 versus Tennessee. My guys, Hendon Hooker, +240 on the money line, -295 for Georgia. 66 is the total.
How can you not say this is a good week of college football, Colby?
Yeah.
This is like the best game of the season.
What is
mean,
this, one
it's not
versus
a-
two?
It's not an awful week, but it's not a great slate of games. It's not deep. It's not deep this
just-
week.
Okay.
I see what
Yeah.
you're doing. You're just trying to prove my point about how grumpy you were in Texas A&M. Come on, I'm taking Tennessee.
How do you not take
Oh,
Tennessee?
especially, I mean, you found the news that what's his name? Nolan Smith's out for the year. One of the best defensive players of Georgia.
I'm sure they got some other dudes.
I'm sure, but still, I mean, that guy's a fucking animal. And yeah, Tennessee. I think you got to take the points here. More than a touchdown. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, they put up 52 against Alabama. I understand Georgia's defense is probably a little bit better, but Hendon Hooker is just balling out right now. Like, how can you?
Who's playing more confident quarterback in the? And by the way, he's minus. He's like -150 now. Some of us have 40 to 1.
Have you sold it, Ryan?
I can't sell this. I would if I could sell it. I don't think I would. The paths to him not getting the Heisman are like there are fewer and fewer guys.
If he plays a horrible game against Georgia, that rocks his chances, right?
No,
Okay, you don't think so?
I don't think it rocks his chances. I also don't think he's going to play a horrible. I don't think he's capable of playing a horrible.
No,
game
I
at
mean
this
he's
point.
looked great.
The key thing is he knows when to use his legs. He's smart and he has a good arm. I honestly,
I mean, Georgia's defense is obviously better than Bama's, but they still put up 52 on Bama.
But that was in Knoxville. I wonder.
That's true, too.
and Bama,
But I just don't see them getting blown out here in Georgia.
and
I
also
agree.
Georgia ain't exactly going to be. I have more faith that Alabama can keep up in a shootout than Georgia.
That's also true. Like
Yeah.
you haven't seen this Georgia team. Like who's the toughest team they've played leading up to this game?
Oregon.
Oregon. You're right. And that was week 1, but
New
they
quarterback.
really destroyed him.
Yeah, but that was brand new quarterback. I mean, Oregon's a much better team.
brand new coach.
Brand
too.
new everything, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe this is because I will say, Sean, I was a little surprised to see that people are betting on Tennessee. So perhaps
You're surprised?
I'm surprised how much of the action they're getting.
Oh well, are we worried about public dogs having fleas? Right?
Yes.
A little
Yes,
bit because
yes.
they are the Vols, so that the flea analogy works
Well,
very well.
and like, okay, we saw them go to at LSU and dominate, but LSU's kind of I have an over on LSU, but I'm saying they're kind of a
Yeah, they're
phony
frauds.
6-2.
They're frauds.
Family.
Yeah. And then the game at Pitt, those games, it's like a 50-50 crowd. That's not a true away game. This will be like a 95%.
It's gonna be hostile.
Yeah, Georgia crowd.
But what do you need most when you're in a situation like this? A quarterback that you can trust is going to handle it under pressure.
Well, yeah. Even if they're
Yeah.
down 2 scores and have the ball, I trust Tennessee to get that garbage.
So I do think I'll say this has a decent shot of like being gross if it goes bad for Tennessee and they're not scoring, like maybe they press, but I just don't think that. I think the crowd will be lit, and I think my boy Hendon's ready for the challenge. Shout out to Justin Fuente, you prick.
Shout out also to Rocket Money. Oh man, if you're like me, just enter your credit card online to a bunch of recurring subscriptions. You look at the end of the month, you're like, what the hell? What is this? I can't wait to fire this Rocket Money and see some of the stuff my wife has signed up for. This is a great tool to save you a bunch of money. Just go to rocketmoney.com/SGPN to get started today. It goes through all your subscriptions, reminds you of all the things you sign up for. How many times have you signed up for a free trial and then forget to cancel? Rocket Money has you covered. Again, it's great. It shows you all your subscriptions in one place, and you can cancel whatever you want with the click of the button. It's very, very easy. Or sometimes, you may be double charged for a subscription. That's happened to me. To cancel a subscription, all you have to do is hit cancel. Rocket Money does the heavy lifting. Again, finding the cancel button on some of these subscription things are just as hard. So just all you got to do, rocketmoney.com/SGPN, rocketmoney.com/SGPN. Cancel all your unnecessary subscriptions today over rocketmoney.com/SGPN. Hola, me llamo Sean. That's right. Hello, my name is Sean. For those of you not fluent in Spanish, I know Colby, his Spanish is really coming along. Babbel, language learning app that sold more than 10 million subscriptions. Again, Babbel's addictively fun, easy to use. We're talking about 10-minute lessons. Next thing you know, 3 weeks later, you're having real life conversations.
Caliente.
In another language. Colby's just saying hot. That's the only word he knows how to talk to his wife. Caliente. Get Spanish, French, Italian, German, they got you covered. And speech recognition technology helps you improve your pronunciation and accent. All you got to do to get started today, and you can save up to 55% if you use our link, babbel.com/SGP. That's BABBEL.com/SGP for up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life.
Michigan State heads to Illinois, where Illinois is laying 16. Holy fucking shit. -795 on the money line, +525 for Michigan State. 41.5 is the total. Colby, what do we have here?
Well, I mean, we had a dust up in the Michigan locker room. Apparently,
a little bit of dust up.
Yeah.
No, wait, were they beating Colby? Walk us through the whole story, because I saw something about guys getting charged for assault. Like what actually happened?
Well, I mean, they share a ton. So that stadium shares a tunnel entrance, right? And it's so fucking hilarious to see all these people like, this is Michigan's fault. Hey, this stadium's only been there for like 100 years. People have figured out not to get into a fight.
There's apparently been a lot of complaints in the past couple of years about how having a single tunnel is leading to a lot of altercations.
That would make sense if the stadium was 5 years old. But when we have like 100 years of data to back up this story, but
Colby doesn't like change.
I don't want two tunnels.
Yeah, can't have two tunnels. I actually think look. I don't know about you guys. I mean, look, he didn't have his helmet on. He was getting hit with a helmet. So someone was swinging a helmet, hitting him in the head.
Someone was also, you saw some stomps. So it was like,
I mean, it was 1 on like 50 too. So it was like Swayze and Roadhouse.
It was Michigan State guy got beat up, or
no, Michigan guy, like basically, and the footage we have seen, it looks bad, but we can't really see much. I know
you
that
don't really
Harbaugh
see how he got there. But you just see him getting out of there.
No, apparently though they have that though.
Oh, really?
And like Harbaugh has spoken about, like they reviewed the tape, and the tape's obvious that Michigan State's in the wrong, and they just suspended more players today, so it's up to a decent amount. I think it's up to like 8 or 9 players now suspended.
This is the kind of thing that puts a team in auto fade.
Well, the guy that they're going to get kicked off the team. I think some of these people, because the lawyer that's representing them, who represented Houston Nutt against Hugh Freeze, has a great track record of being successful in these things. He's saying that the player's using the helmet like a weapon, and the family's saying that they are going to proceed with charges. So you could be looking at a pretty crazy
plus,
scenario.
I mean, this
single tunnel liability here in Michigan.
This was going to be a letdown spot regardless, but then you throw in all the suspensions. Like they had their Super Bowl against Michigan. They didn't cover the spread we gave out early on in the week, and they're just morally destroyed right now with all these suspensions. Like, how do you get up for this road game against Illinois? they've lost their 5 games on the road. I mean, Illinois is decent ATS. To me, it's more like, and also like Illinois, they have second best rush defense in the country. Like they can shut Michigan State down. Like matchup aside, you take all that bullshit and put it off to the side. Matchups.
It's a lot of points though for the style of ball Illinois plays.
Yeah, it's true. Lots of defense, not much offense.
I mean, how often is Illinois a 16-point favorite?
Another red flag. We have a Joe Judge coaching tree situation here.
Oh no.
Brent Bielema. He coached under Joe Judge for a year. The New York Football Giants. Sean, do you really want to get involved in that kind of shit?
I'm going to take Illinois. I agree. Maybe it's a little high, but I can't back Michigan State right now.
But I think that's what everyone is saying.
I'm going to take Sparty. They'll cover just enough.
Can they, tell me this? Will they be able to score?
I mean,
any points?
I think yes, they will be able to score at least 1 or 2 scores.
No, that's not much confidence. Give me the other side. Brett Bielema.
It is hilarious though seeing these people like that are just so like. I read a column today that was saying like it's time for this rivalry to grow up. No, look, if you told me they were gonna fight in the tunnel, I would say fantastic. I can't wait for it. Now, okay, it does suck the guy didn't have a helmet.
Yeah,
the
you
guy's
don't need
whacking
to
him on the
stop a
head.
guy.
Yeah.
But
if you told me he had his helmet on and everything, they're going to fight in the tunnel 5-on-5 or something. Sign me up all day. I do not agree that rivalry needs to grow up.
Yeah, it's a bitch.
Well, that's what's fucked up with society now, right? Like people don't pick up their fists; they pick up shit to use, like pussies. Liberty heads to Arkansas, where Arkansas laying 14 in Fayetteville, -565, 405 for Liberty, 63 is the total. Hugh Freeze just got a Godfather fucking deal.
I mean, he deservedly so. Like this Liberty team is playing for him, regardless of who they trot out at quarterback.
Yeah, 4 different quarterbacks they
have endless money there.
and I think this is Arkansas has been good. 10-0 straight up against opponents in the FBS, or independents in the FBS. I think Liberty's going to give them a game. I know Arkansas is able to run the ball, but I think Hugh Freeze is a good coach and has this team's ear. So I like Liberty +14. I mean, they lost Malik Willis to the NFL and didn't miss a beat.
What's the rivalry factor on LSU Arkansas?
No, that's a rivalry. Yeah,
it's next week.
Look ahead spot for Arkansas too.
Worth noting.
I mean, you look at what Liberty's been able to do this year with trotting out 4 different quarterbacks. Now, I will say that when you look at the injury report.
It doesn't look.
It is very large, but the Flames. Look, the Flaming Libs of Liberty will find a way to cover this. I think we saw Missouri State cover against Arkansas. I feel like Liberty's better than Missouri State. I feel like they'll have success. Arkansas's pass defense has been terrible this year, so I think there'll be just enough scoring by the Flames to flame on.
I feel like that it was another lackluster confidence pick there.
Really? No.
Yeah, you worried about this one?
I mean, not really.
Yeah, it's a lot of points. Give me Liberty.
Let's go.
Texas heading to Manhattan, Kansas. Kansas State catching 2.5 at home, +120 on the money line. Texas -140, 54.5 is the total.
I mean,
what happened to Texas last week?
My instincts would be to take Kansas State, but not after. I don't know. I'm scared to take them after they just destroyed Oklahoma State. Like, I don't know.
That was a big win.
That was a huge win. I'm a little bit worried here in Texas having 2 weeks to prepare for Kansas State. This actually kind of seems like a get right spot for Texas, but Texas historically has struggled on the road in Manhattan. 1-8 ATS last 9 games against Kansas State.
Kansas State greater than Oklahoma State, greater than Texas. Isn't it the transitive property? Or you're saying the arrow is going to flip around and it's going to be one of those MC Escher triangles?
Well, no, and Texas has struggled on the road, ATS as well. But I don't know. This seems like the kind of the spot you want to take him though.
Kansas State's playing good ball. I mean, do you think extra time for Sark is a positive or negative? I mean, he's not a coach that strikes me as great off the bye.
You know what I like about this? Well, first off, K-State would have beat TCU had both their quarterbacks got knocked out.
True.
They were up 18. They were up 18, in that game. And this is the last time I've been highlighting this all season.
Yeah, it's true.
They went to Lubbock for the final time. They lost. They went to Stillwater for the final time. They lost. This is their final time in Manhattan, Kansas. They've had this game circled for years. All right. K-State money line. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Are you worried? You're not worried about any sort of letdown opportunity for Texas or for Kansas State here after winning 48-0?
Not because any other team but Texas, maybe.
Yeah. If
Not
it was
to
Iowa
mention,
State,
not to mention Texas has TCU, a team that has owned their ass lately, on deck. So, what?
So you're saying look ahead spot for Texas? All right, you guys talk me into it. I'll take Kansas State.
Alabama heads to LSU. 4 p.m. kick on the West Coast. Alabama laying 13.5 minus 530 on the money line. 385 for the Tigers. 58 is the total.
We Tigers.
Wow. Just begging you to take Alabama laying 13.5. What a great deal. Get it before it goes to 14, Sean. Nick Saban, fraud.
Doesn't Nick Saban how does he do against former teams?
Fucks them up.
That's what has me thinking Alabama minus 13.5. But they haven't. Alabama, I feel like, hasn't done well with big spreads this year.
Well, I think part of that is the defense is not nearly as good as it was projected to be. You look, not only that, the road trips, or in general, I guess you could say, even the Mississippi State game, they only scored 30. I thought they still won by 24, but I'm saying something seems a little bit off. Whether the Texas game, Texas A&M was at the 1 yard line. I mean, Texas game, Texas should have beat them. The refs ruined that. And then even Arkansas at one point battled back and made that game 28-28. I know Bama covered late, but then you add in the Tennessee loss. Give me the points and
back-to-back
LSU.
road spot here, and I mean, look, Nick Saban is definitely thinking about Lane Kiffin more than he is Brian Kelly.
My thing is this is a night game too in Baton Rouge.
Oh, say no more. LSU plus 13.
LSU is one of those teams we always get reminded in the preseason how good their roster is, how much talent is on the roster. Yeah. If there's ever going to be a game where they all decide to get up, it's this weird younger brother rivalry that Louisiana and Alabama have. And so I think you got to. I mean, and the number's 13.5. It's not 14 anywhere. It's not 14 anywhere.
They if they wanted you to take LSU, they'd make it 14. They want you to take Alabama.
Yeah, exactly.
They're trying to trap you. Don't fall for it.
Oh, and what's turned into an ACC classic, 4:30 kickoff, South Bend, Indiana, Notre Dame catching 4 at home, plus 155 on the money line. Clemson minus 185, 44.5 is the total. I hate that I'm going back to the fucking taking Clemson as a road favorite. But I want nothing to do with this Notre Dame team.
No,
I'm going to revisit them in the off season, but nothing to do. It's either fade them or pass.
Well, I've been fading Notre Dame with mixed results here, or at least a couple of the spots. But
you're going to have to confess that to Father.
Clemson minus 4. I mean, I just don't know how Notre Dame matches up with them. I just don't believe in this Notre Dame team at all. There was a good win against Syracuse, and they played good defense, but I'm still gonna have to take Clemson here, especially Clemson coming off the bye.
I mean, what's unfortunate is it's going to be 65 degrees. What's going on here?
It's perfect for Clemson.
I'm still going to ride Irish though, man. I think Notre Dame's defense is pretty legit, and I think with Clemson, obviously the last time we saw Clemson, the quarterback play did not look very good. So I think they could be having a turnover or two in this game. Yes, Notre Dame's offense trash, but you're getting more than a field goal. You're getting more than a field goal. At home, give me Notre Dame.
Yeah, I don't know. I see the angle. I just auto fade on them. Florida State heads to Miami. Remember when this rivalry mattered, Colby?
You want to talk about auto fade?
Florida State minus 7.5. Holy shit! Minus 295 on the money line. Miami plus 240. 53 is the total. So what's going on with the Miami program?
Well, they just got the NIL is thriving. They just stole a corner from that was going to go to Bama.
So they're building for the future still.
I mean, Mario Cristobal, in my opinion, has never been a good football coach. You know what I mean? He's a good recruiter, but as far as X's and O's and having his teams prepared, I've always thought he lacked that skill.
Coaching. I mean, recruiting versus coaching, right?
I mean, I'll take Florida State. I think Norvell's a better coach. I think Florida State's in a much better situation. I'll lay the points. I know it's a rivalry game. Traditionally, you like to take the points because of the hatred.
I know everyone would like for Miami to be back, but it does seem like Florida State could potentially be on the path to being back. Like maybe next year they're competitive.
I mean, they're going to go to a bowl this year.
Miami. I'm on Miami here.
Oh no,
that impressive triple overtime, no touchdown game against Virginia. Do it for you?
No. Well, it shows a little heart. Colby
got
shows
the
a little
14
grit.
the old-fashioned way, huh?
Florida State 1-4 in their last 5 against Miami. Miami, this is their Super Bowl. They're gonna go all out, and I actually like Miami here.
I mean, I see it because of the rivalry factor.
Yeah,
but
no, that's
I think
100%
Miami's
it.
awful though.
7:30 at night.
Well, I look at the ACC. I see Boston
Miami
College.
Gardens. It's gonna be rocking.
Yeah, actually, this is the one time the fans show up.
Let's break down the rivalry angle. Which one of these schools still has more kids from Florida? Like, who do you think has more kids from Florida where the rivalry matters? Florida State. Miami's important now.
Yeah.
They're important. They don't give a shit about some other fucking Florida honkies.
I'm on the Seminoles. I just can't take this Miami team. I've watched them all year. They're fucking horrible.
Florida State has looked good at times this year. Miami has not looked good at all. Good luck, Sean. 5 p.m. kick on the West Coast.
This is when they show up. Rivalry games.
That's what I'm trying to tell you though. The rivalry matters to the kids of the state of Florida. All right, we're heading to Raleigh for a 5 p.m. kick here on the West Coast. NC State, Wake Forest. NC State catching 4.5 at home, plus 165 on the money line. Wake minus 200. 54 is the total.
This is the perfect game for a double knee down fake field goal on third down.
I don't get this number. I don't get this line.
NC State can't cover a spread to save their life. 0-5 last
They're
time.
horrible.
Lock this up. This is Wake Forest minus the points. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, this might be another triple lock. I just what are we doing here? I just watched this team go toe to toe with the Hokies.
And Clausen has their number too, man.
Colby, I just saw a Power 5 power rankings graphic where Virginia Tech was team 66 or whatever the last team is. Very bad. And NC State just barely beat them.
And Wake's won 4 of 5.
This is
why is it only
Courtney
4.5? That's the only thing that's scary about it. Why is the spread not bigger?
Both are, I think, because Wake's 20th, NC State's 21st in the nation.
No, NC State's not ranked still, are they?
Yeah, they're number 21 because they keep getting these bullshit wins. Yeah,
but they won. They don't care about the non-covers. That's not how the pollsters work.
They should. We should do it. Your top 25 should just be gambling based.
I mean, it's your second. How about make your secondary record your ATS record? Then we're talking. All right, UCLA. Laying 11, heading to Tempe to take on Arizona State. Plus 315 on the money line for Arizona State. Minus 415 for UCLA. 66 is the total. Oh boy,
this is a tricky one.
Chip
man.
Kelly.
Woo-hoo. This is an easy game for this UCLA team to overlook. They play down to their competition.
Oh yeah.
This is a classic. They're in a white knuckle this. And I think Arizona State love them here. Plus 11. I like UCLA overall, but they just they don't put away bad teams. We've seen that all year out of this team.
Yeah, you can't just walk into the Silicon Sun Devil Stadium and get a
They've
dub.
only won once in their
last.
They're 1-2 last 3 years in Tempe.
I mean, Arizona State's had such a weird year. Their coaches, like they should have never even kept Herm Edwards because they never gave him a chance.
And you know, Chip probably never got around to opening the free playbook that they were mailing out to all their head coaches. They probably didn't even bother to send it to UCLA.
But they've shown some fight lately. And that is why I'm going to take the Sun Devils too. They beat Washington last time they were in Tempe. Washington is a very good team, record wise. Give 11. I gotta take Arizona State. UCLA probably wins the game still, but give me the 11.
No, I'll lay the points.
UCLA laying 11. Any thoughts on the game, Ryan?
Thoughts on the game? Yeah, it's a Chip Kelly against the bad team game.
Okay.
That's when
but I feel like they've struggled.
That's when they can.
South
drive.
Alabama, that kind of stuff.
Well, there's no look ahead spot here.
Buffalo.
They have Arizona next week.
It's true.
This is
It's a 2 week look ahead to USC.
Well, and they're on a path where they still control their own destiny. So, yeah, it's not like they're mailing it in here. They need to take care of business. All right, lock dog tease.
Time for the Lock Dog Tease, presented by WynnBet, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet big, win bigger. Bet $100, get a $100 free bet, courtesy of our good folks over at WynnBet. Kramer, what do you got?
Okay, so I'm not going to let Colby influence me this week. He's been steering me down the wrong path. So what we'll do is step one.
I had the best week of any of us
I don't
last
want to hear you
week.
talk anymore. Step one.
You go to hell in a handbasket, buddy. All right.
Wake Forest -4.5. That one's easy peasy. Absolutely. Anytime you can catch a full 7 points with Army, you lock it up. Dog Tennessee. Tease. We know when you're ready, Sean. I know I'm going pretty lightning fast right now.
Go.
Tease. Give me Kansas State up to 8.5. Give me Wake down to -1.5.
Maybe plus.
Sorry, Florida State down to -1.5.
Florida State.
Almost double dipped on the lock there. It's never a good thing. And you know what? Let's take Oregon State up to 9.5 here. A lot of points for a atmospheric river. They call that a fucking holiday in Utah.
Yeah.
When the atmospheric river comes by,
soaking.
Everyone's
How about
soaking.
my Pirates, baby? There we go.
It's not even optional. It's mandatory soaking.
All right, first lock. Tennessee plus 8.5. For my second lock.
Who brought the chalk to the party?
Give me Liberty plus 14. Is Liberty plus 14 chalky?
I don't know. That was that was reaction to Tennessee. I can check.
Tennessee, yeah.
I can check for you if you'd like.
You can choke on that chalk all day long.
Liberty is catching 2/3 of the tickets and action.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't let that scare me away from a good play. For my dog, Texas Tech on the money line.
Oh.
For my tease, Illinois to 10. And then I'm going to take Kansas State up to 8.5. And then I'll do Oregon State up to 9.5.
Okay. Quick nugget on the some money split stuff. Army Air Force under. Somehow 92% of the tickets have come to the under, and the numbers barely move. So
it will still hit. It will still hit too.
Colby, would you like to make some plays for this?
Yes, I'm gonna lock up Wake too.
Yeah.
And you know I wanted to do your Army, but hey, you went first. Let's switch up.
Hey, we've never had full
lock unity
full
or whatever.
integration.
Yeah. No, I got to be different. All right, it's got to be a little bit different. Let's go with Florida State -7.5.
Call it a 6-9 lock. 6-9 lock integration.
And then for the tease, let's go. Let's bring Michigan State up to 22.
Oh my goodness!
I don't think Illinois can score 23 points.
He's just a tease thought leader. A tease through 17, 19, 20. All these key numbers.
That number is nonsense. You know, come on. It's all show. All right.
You do have the best record on teasers.
Give me Army plus 13. That's gonna hit.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, you think about the numbers worth way more in that game because the total's so low.
Yeah. And then let's go. Well, the total in the Michigan State Illinois game is 41.5 too.
That's why you're a genius. You're teasing all these low total games. Just throw the Clemson Notre Dame game in there.
No, not doing it. Not doing that one. We're going to let's go Florida State down to 1.5.
Yeah.
So what's your dog, Colby?
Oh yeah. Forgot about the old dog.
What do you mean you forgot about that? You love dogs. That's the thing we didn't talk about.
What's the most value I can get you here?
Colby, how's your new pet dog that you picked up in in college?
I mean, look, he's doing all right. Reveal.
Colby goes, this dog's name Reveal. I go,
why
that
can't
can't
spell it like that, man.
I know it is
confusing.
It is a very weird.
You expect me to be able to read like that 7 Jaeger bombs deep? You know what I mean? Come on.
Shit.
Let's go. Let's go Army plus 220.
Ooh, well played, Colby.
Let's go.
I like this. We have a lot of like overlapping lock dog situations.
Streams are crossing. Do we want to put out a round robin group money line?
Of course we do.
Well, and someone also asked if I could start highlighting the Kramer Island games because those seem to be very profitable for the Kramer gang. I am by myself on Coastal +3, Oklahoma -3.5, and UCLA -11. So that's just, obviously we should put out a round robin on the money line stuff.
We got to have Army in there, right?
You got to put Army
Sean's
in there.
on Air Force.
Oh,
how does that work?
He's on Army.
Oh, that's right. You switched. Yeah. You switched.
His dad's probably
tell
not
your
listening
dad.
to
Send your dad an email later, right?
Yeah, he doesn't listen to the college show, so we're good. Army's in there for sure. Tennessee.
Yeah,
Tennessee. And then I know what I would throw in there. I would heavily
K-State
consider K-State,
Oregon State,
small dog. Yeah, Oregon State.
No, I would suggest we put in LSU.
Do a mega
play full chaos.
All right. Okay. Army, Tennessee, LSU. Let's go.
Colby can't hate. He's like, it is at home in LSU.
Dude, I have an over 6.5 wins ticket for LSU, which I think I'm going to hit because they have UAB later on the schedule. But I've been watching them closely. They suck, but they're 6-2. It's like you watch them, you go, I don't think they're a very good football team. But hey, Brian Kelly.
Can I tell you the other thing? Brian Kelly clearly like this next level grifter type. He knows that the whole season doesn't matter if he can capture this one victory.
Yeah,
and it's like a magician, right?
They had a bye week too.
Everyone forgets about his family.
I'm going to take out Texas Tech money line. I'm going to go LSU money line.
Oh, so now we just play the laser sound effects.
It makes everything align better.
That's the sound of our dogs coming together to create some sort of Megatron.
Hey, subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment on a video, and you're automatically entered to win an autographed jersey from either Lawrence Taylor or Brian Dawkins.
Colby, remind people college basketball soon.
Oh, next Monday. We are less than a week away.
Oh, so we got to. Oh shit, we're gonna be doing a college basketball episode later. This week?
On Friday. I got that Lehigh Syracuse game circled.
Okay.
Who's he gonna go with? Those are both of his teams.
A dog.
Programming note: we may be doing a college basketball episode later in the week, and if you want more college basketball, where would you find that?
Oh, the college basketball experience. The previews are rolling. And when the season starts, you will hear me every single night of the season breaking down games, Look, we go all the way there. We go
all the way.
Chicago State will be covering that.
And I think you were saying like most other shows out there, you'll be doing like what 3-4 episodes a week.
Yeah,
covering
that's
games.
Just small potatoes. We go 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
7 days a week. You will hear Pick Dundee and Friends. All right.
Oh, I like that. Let's get a graphic made. Pick Dundee and Friends.
Subscribe to the college football and basketball experience.
Come together as one on YouTube.
Participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
YouTube.com/college experience.
Colby's trying to solve world peace on YouTube.
Knee down football coming soon. All right. I'm talk to Patty C.
It's funny. The last YouTube question was, "Why would you want your knees on the ground?"
Oh, that's funny.
But it's I'm not saying every single play. I'm just saying.
Colby, I really don't. Make a YouTube video explaining it. We'll get to that later.
Yeah.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green, and he is Ryan.
Oh, great show, guys.
Kramer, let it ride.